of Roanoke. This is a WSLS 10 special presentation. Ten Cares, Rise Up Roanoke, helping homeless children.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the 10 Cares Rise Up Roanoke Telethon. I'm Lindsay Ward.
And I'm John Carlin. Tonight we are teaming up with the United Way of Roanoke Valley to help raise money for the hundreds of homeless families right here in Roanoke. It's part of the United Way's new initiative. It's called RYSE, which stands for Rehousing Youth for Success in Education.
Right now, there are nearly 600 kids in Roanoke who are searching for their next meal and don't have a place to call home. RYSE works with the local school system to identify those kids and put their families on the path to self-sufficiency.
And throughout the course of tonight's telethon, we'll introduce you to local mothers and community leaders who have overcome homelessness. You'll also hear from school leaders who see the struggles that the homeless children face every day, and we'll let you know how you can make a difference.
To kick things off, let's head into the 10 Cares phone bank and check in with our very own Jenna Zipton. So Jenna, we have a number of volunteers on hand ready to take those phone calls.
Lots of volunteers are ready to take your phone calls. Make those phones ring. We have Cameron Johnson from Magic City Ford, Bill Roth, the former voice of the Hokies, Miss Virginia is here, and John Park here as well. We have lots of folks here to take your phone calls. Make those phones ring. Currently, we have raised more than $20,000. Now $28,000. $28,000. Oh my gosh, a big jump. All of that money up to $100,000 being matched tonight by DentaQuest Foundation. So if you give $20, it becomes $40. If you give $100, it becomes $200. So you can call, you can text, you can give online. Make these volunteers work. They're here to work. They're here to take your phone calls. Let those phones ring.
All right, thank you, Jen. And our goal tonight is to raise $56,000, and that will help fully support at least 7 families.
So there are several ways to give. You can call the number that you see scrolling on the bottom of your screen, 1-866-975-7697. You can also give online, or you can text RYSE and then a dollar amount to 41444. That's RYSE and a dollar amount to 41444. All standard text messaging rates apply.
Now, unfortunately, being homeless can come with shame, especially if you're a child trying to fit in without letting others know you're struggling.
Jenna talked with a Roanoke family who shows how a little help can make a big difference.
And I wanted to be a running back because I'm a fast runner.
8-year-old Xavier shows off his flag football trophies, while 6-year-old Anaya shows us the rest of the bedroom.
When we were at our old house, we had to share the same bed.
The Smith family knows what it's like to struggle.
At one point, we were all in one room. We've rented rooms in houses before, and to be able to have your own bed was a big deal. When I just couldn't come up with the money to pay the rent, it was I just really knew that I had dropped the ball.
2 years ago, Chiquita Smith moved into a homeless shelter with her 3 kids.
It wasn't on purpose. It was the circumstances of life that we had to deal with.
We did have struggles as a child.
Afida DeVries grew up as a middle child, hiding what was going on at home.
I know what it feels like to be cold at night. I know what it feels like to be insecure about what the world will perceive of me if they really knew what I was struggling with. I know what it feels like to be hungry.
Now, years later, as United Way CEO, she's passionate about helping the more than 500 homeless children going to Roanoke City schools.
The memories that I have of those struggles are fresh for me when I think about what it is like for a child to go to school hiding secrets and feeling as though they are less than.
Teachers saw Smith's children and told her there was a problem.
It seemed like they never got to rest, so they were always tired and just not really stable mentally. It was just hard for them to focus, but then all at the same time they're trying to be kids.
That changed last school year when they moved into their own place after working with Arch, a nonprofit that helps with new beginnings after homelessness.
They've really gotten some really good reports as far as their grades and how smart they are.
Now, after a year on their own, they're stable. Smith working 2 jobs and going to Virginia Western. It's the work of Arch giving her a place to stay, a way out of homelessness and support that she calls a miracle.
You cannot focus when you're in crisis, and the only thing you're going to learn how to do is survive.
Now, the United Way launched the RYSE initiative in May to help those like the Smith family do more than just survive. As you heard, it's a program the United Way CEO is very passionate about. Jenna joins us now live with more from Afida DeVries. Jenna?
Yes, and you just heard from Afida. You heard about her struggles growing up as a child. You have 2 little girls, one of which called this morning, a 10-year-old, and gave the first $100, challenging everyone else to give. Knowing what you went through, knowing that you have 2 little girls that could potentially know what it's like to be homeless, like 600 of these other kids, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about how fortunate my kids are, how fortunate I am to have children that recognize how fortunate they are to live in a world that doesn't force struggle on them. And I think about how every single parent wants for their children better than they have. And it motivates me to action every day as the leader of this United Way. And I hope it motivates everybody else in this community that has children in their lives that they love to give a kid a shelter, to give a kid a permanent home, and to give a kid a future that doesn't involve the barrier and the burden of not knowing where they're going to sleep at night.
And this is a model that Roanoke is really leading the way in, but it's something that we can stretch across Virginia, across the country.
We're doing something in Roanoke right now that hasn't been done anywhere else. We are coming together as a community to create a system that helps people get stable, not for a night, but forever. And when we're successful here, the whole state, and frankly the whole country, is going to be paying attention to what we did tonight and in the weeks and months to come. This is exciting and it's important.
Afida DeVries, thank you so much. You can give right now. Help these homeless children in our community.
So a Facebook post last fall asking for help for the hundreds of homeless students in Roanoke City Public Schools has turned into now a student-led effort. Students sprung into action last year, the school year, to create something called the STAR Council, which stood for Students Taking Action in Roanoke, STAR. And then after coming up with ideas to raise money and awareness, the students raised more than $9,000 through a bake sale, t-shirt sale, so forth. And they have received more than $20,000 in cash donations and collected items like coats and clothes.
Just to think that my favorite person in my first period class could be homeless was just hard, because something people don't talk about, it's not something that light is really shown on.
And the STAR Council is expected to continue next school year as well. So, Lindsay, it's wonderful, I think, to see students reaching out to their fellow students and help them get what they need so they can kind of get rid of that stigma of being homeless and make their lives better in some way.
Kids helping kids. And at the end of this school year, there were 588 homeless children in Roanoke City schools. Now, that's down from more than 600 in 2015. According to the school system, a partnership with the city called the Help the Homeless program made a big difference. They were able to keep 20 families in their homes. But now the United Way wants to make sure all students have a home before the school year starts. Jenna is live in the phone bank with the superintendent of Roanoke City Schools, Dr. Rita Bishop, to explain the impact homelessness has on a student's education. Jenna?
And Dr. Bishop, tell us what it's like for these homeless kids. We're talking about 600 homeless kids going to school every day in Roanoke City. What's it like for them?
Well, they don't have a place to sleep. They really don't know many times where their next meal is coming from. There is absolutely no stability. Many times there are lots of tears, and because they don't have a place to sleep, you can walk into a classroom and their head's down the desk, not because they don't want to learn, but simply because they're tired. And every time that one of us tucks somebody we love in, all I can think about is the child that doesn't get tucked in. And it's just a very serious problem that will plague these kids for the rest of their lives.
And more than half of these kids are under the age of 12. When you think about that, it's heartbreaking.
It absolutely is. And remember that a homeless child is not safe. And we all know the dangers that lurk in the lives of children. So that is a very big consideration. And then you think about the students that we don't even know about.
Okay, Dr. Bishop, thank you so much for being with us. Our community is coming and pledging big time. Our community is doing big things right here. Your donations, every dollar makes such a big difference. And talking about money, we have a big gift to pass along here. Carilion Clinic is here with an $8,000 check. Sheila Lambert, Vice President of Carilion Children's, and Shirley Holland, the Vice President of Planning and Community Development. Why did you want to give $8,000?
We wanted to give because this is such a testament to the community. Our vision and our mission is to serve the community and to improve the health of the community. And a family's stability and housing stability is so much a part of your overall health and your well-being, and so it's just a really good fit. We also have a children's hospital, all children's, and provide a number of pediatric services and outreach programs to children in the community. And so we really want to do our part and do everything we can to make sure that they have a happy and a bright future.
Hey, thank you so much for your gift. $8,000 brings one family out of homelessness. You guys did that. Thank you so much for your commitment to this program and this community.
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Carilion. That's outstanding. And we want to take a look at our 10 Cares Rise Up Roanoke Telethon tote board right now. Let's look at the numbers.
Absolutely. So far, we've raised nearly $29,000. $28,684 have come in.
And if you call right now, you'll get to talk to one of our celebrity volunteers standing by to take your call. Just call 1-866-975-7697. Let's get that over 29,000 before the end of the break.
Absolutely. And don't forget, you can also text RYSE and a dollar amount to 41444. That's RYSE and a dollar amount to 41444. Or you can donate online.